Thank you for joining us for this first webinar. A software can make you go home early. Before we proceed, first of all, we need to thank the Digital Groups who provide this webinar platform for us to carry on this talk. They are the consultant who do the Alibaba project where they build the first logistic in these regions. Okay, before we go further, make sure you stay tuned to our last webinar. We have some freebie for you. Before we move over, there's some news about our Earthworks. This is one of our workshop when we carry on during last year and just before the lockdown. It's quite fascinating us because this workshop we got the full participant until we had to stop. And by the way, we have been more than 90 users within 2 months of our promoting our software. And this is a description of our client in Malaysia. Before we go further, first of all, just want to tell who are we. Maybe some of you will know me or some may not. So just a quick introduction about us for all of you. We starting our business since 2006. We specialize in infrastructure engineering or civil engineering. We also more expert in stormwater management because we have been built a suite. It's called Comasa Suite. It's our first in country which provide a comprehensive digital solution for our urban stormwater management manual for Malaysia. From here, we also conduct various of the activities throughout the country. Since 2006 until today, it's through the body like IEM, Unity, UPM, Unit 10, Knockingtons, MSO, Malaysia Stormwater Organization, JPS, and so on. This is some of our certification about training or workshop. At the same time, our core master have been conducted in the JPS in 2017. We have been engaged by them to help them to improve their MASMA in Malaysia. This is one of the events have been carried out in JPS MASMA HQ. At the same time, I post this on. This is a last year event about the ESCP. I post it on because this is our largest event since so many events have been done. About 100 people attended the events. Then beside a briefly about me, who am I? I'm Chi here. Actually, just for your information, I started my career in software since in university time. It's 1994. You can see on the screen there, this is my final year thesis with the properties. I don't know whether some of you know about this properties. No, this is a 1.2 or 1.4 megabyte those days. Nowadays, you use a thumb drive or cloud contents. I already been this field for 26 years. What's the difference there? I'm patient in technologies. I always follow up with Google Cloud, Microsoft, Amazon. Even though I've been go for the showcase in BMW Sales Gallery in German, 2016 BricsCAD products. Now we move on. First and foremost, some common problem in your Earthworks. You should know that normally we are fighting with deadline. Your clients become more demanding. How we want to do? And at the same time, certain part will be very difficult for you to explain in some sort like 2D layout. Or you need a presentation. You want to tell the client what's happening. If you have a software, the software might be powerful. Then you may wonder how to start. Remember, you are not always use it daily, the software. You may this month you're doing the work, after that one you're doing drainage, then sewerage, water supply. Only you come back. It may be 1-2 weeks later or 1 month later we come back. Can you recall what have been happening? So The other part, you may be worried. After you do the data entry in the software, you may wonder that whether the data entry is correct or not. Especially in structural software, you can see structural software nowadays is so powerful, so many commands, but somehow after you done it, you don't know whether it's correct or not. This is some of the issue always you'll be encounter from there. But don't worry, if you are doing the work, we have a solution for our ZeonEarth. Our ZeonEarth can help you. We go for simplicity. Simplicity makes a difference. We are not building a powerful software, like for example, Autodesk Software-3D. It's so powerful, so many commands there, but it becomes complex. From my experience, if you really want to master it, Software-3D, it might take you close to 1 month to be complete. Your training over there, only you can start do your work. But somehow in our ZeonEarth, we go the other way around. It can be as short as half an hour. Why it can be like this? This is some of our additional feature on our full edition of the ZeonEarth. We got slope classification, talent analysis, water flow analysis. So let's us go into our conventional software. Normally, in the engineering software, they involve in drafting. After day one, you will open the software, do operation like the data entry and so on, and get it run. Then you see the answer, review it, and change, and go back another round and round until you find the thing satisfy what you want. But in our ZeonEarth, now there is a difference. We cut down one level where now we just need a data entry. The moment you finish your drafting, this our ZeonEarth data is ready. This is how it works. Drafting, then direct go to our software and get it run. You review and change. So in a way, it cuts short the operation process. So the timing for running there is faster. Therefore, it comes to a short learning curve. So just as I mentioned, it can be as short as half an hour, but our latest record that 15 minutes our client can be start on. As a result, this can be handled by draft person. In a way, for a company, it can be a cost saving. You are engaging draft person to do the data entry is as compared to engineer to do the work. You know that a lot of structural software you need the engineer to operate. It's very costly because you engage the engineer become a software operator and time saving. So this is our ZeonEarth. It works in any CAD software. This is a BricsCAD view. Okay, it can be as simple as some mouse click. You can notice later on. Let's drawing to prepare the data. Here, before you start anything, you need to use 3 commands to use in the drafting. It's add polyline, add text, and create layer. First and foremost, you need to go to the layer part, create your layer on EW boundary, EW platform. After day one, you have the layers. Then we go to our drawing here. For example, this project here. Before we start anything, we need to tell the computer where is your project boundary to be defined. From here, we use a polyline to create that. To create a project boundary is under EW boundary is in the commands of polyline. Make sure this polyline is closed. After day one, once you have had it, you may need to go into create a platform, where is under the EW platform under the polyline. Also is a closed platform. At the same time, you must tell the computer what is the level of your platform. So here you put into the EW platform under the text entity. Then you might need to tell the computer what is the type of property what you need to have. For here is a RT1. Is under the EW platform, is under the text entity. Then you may need to add a bit further on the proposed level. From here, we create a proposed level. Is inside any layer what you want is under the text entity. From here, we need to go a bit further. Before we go into our ZeonEarth, you need to tell the computer what is your existing layers for your survey data. From here, we found here this is under the height layers is a text entity. This is enough for you to create your ZeonEarth data. on what I showed to you. Now we go to a summary about our quick demos. So we can notice that we can just by few click a mouse button, you can run over. Okay, this is the first step one. For your starting on the ZeonEarth, you need to go for data entry. Just I show you in the CAD software how I operate it. But somehow here is a summary. First, you need to do drafting. 3 commands like I mentioned about: create layers, draw polyline, add text. This is a prerequisite about our software. So from there, you draw a boundary, define it. We may take you 10 seconds. Then after that, you draw a platform. Remember, it's a closed platform. Here we got 10 platform, so we got 100 seconds. Then add a text inside the platforms. It might take you another 15 seconds. You got 150 seconds. Then the levels for proposed level is all in the text layers, or it may take a bit more, 16 seconds. After that, we just sum up. It takes you about 8 minutes, let's say 9 minutes. 9 minutes you prepare your drafting for our ZeonEarth, inclusive your drafting. So it's a time for us to go for a demo. Let's launch our ZeonEarth. Here is our full editions. The moment you see our ZeonEarth launch, they will lead you to open the file where you want to use it on. Click here to find the drawing where just now I show the samples. Wait for load the thing. After you load, click for the import. Proceed further. This portion is important because this is a layer inside your CAD drawing where been captured on. This is a column for existing data. This is a proposed data. Now we need to navigate to the height. Remember, the height is your survey point. Just take it. Then we got one more proposed level. Just take it. Only these two take on. You can proceed on your data. The rest you can leave it on. Just click OK. What's the next step? Our next step, the answer for you is wait, nothing else. You nothing to do on our software. You no need to do a data entry, whatever. You just wait until you get your answer of your cut and fill. That's all. So simple. You can see now. Just import and run in our software. Get it run. Behind screen is a 2D layout, cut and fill layouts. And after that one, you can proceed direct to our 3D view. Wait for a while. They will generate the whole 3D models. But you can see over there, this is your design. At the same time, you can see the wording, the RT note. We do nothing on here because we computer capture directly on the CAD drawing. What you done in the RT1 is the defining in the platform. Do you remember? So this model actually can save into the CAD drawing. You can open it later on in any CAD software. Save on. Okay. Once this thing is well ready, another part you may be interested is a profiling cross-section. Normally after your work been done, you will ask your dropper that, hey, can you cut this section for me or that section for me? But here our computer got one mode is called lazy mode. What I mean is that we created for the lazy people. So from here you can see one vertical button and horizontal button. Even to plot your section vertically, I can click on. So they will proceed with the plotting. From here is a 10-meter interval. You can change the setting under the setup. Yes, I make a proceed. So just view it on. Wait for the generation for the thing to be generated out. You can see over here the section that be generated. After the section is generated, you just navigate and check. You just pick whatever section you want. You no need to try and error. Try this, try that. Because the computer will plot every section for you. Okay, you can see many lines have been drawn. So this right side is a sections. When I navigate, you see the yellow color line. This is corresponding section that have been plotted. At the same time, below here, this is the sections have been captured in 2D. You can save it on in CAD drawing for your further works. At the same time, we go for 3D, you can see the section also captured in the 3D. If I zoom in on, you can see this is a proposed level, red color is existing. You can manipulate your checkbox to play around all those things. You pick whatever you want, then you proceed on. So from here, actually this is the basic CAD section. Somehow, if you have another software called X section, actually he can present it a bit more better. You can go for scaling, coloring, all those things. Some of the setting in the drafting. This is our X section. Actually come along with our full editions. Once the software has been launched, after you have been generated the section, you should go for ZEON. They will automatically capture the section have been plotted for you. From here, they will automatically insert all the sections have been plotted. Okay, this is a bit not so well organized, but it captures the basic data for you. Somehow maybe this interval is not so nice, the text horizontal, maybe you have to change the scale to too high, whatever, you can go for set up there to make some setting. Then we just navigate on, we just make some changes along what you want. Let me go through. So let's say my datum, I need to go for 75. Then I need to do the constant interval 10 meters. Maybe my text, I don't want to horizontal text, I uncheck it, then I click OK. What I need to do, I just verify and rerun again. So after I done on, you can see all the sections have been produced in the better way. Can you see or not? At the same time, we zoom in, you can see this boundary is automatic capture from software. You no need to do anything. At the same time, certain platform you have to define that. We also marking for you. This is about our X section. You can do it on. Then if you certify, you can save it on to Catsroid and perform your data. So we back to our ZeonEarth. So just now what you see is about our ZeonEarth. It's a very simple, nothing else. After you get the thing, you can manipulate all the outcome. Even on this 3D, you can play around all the checkbox. You can see this existing terrain with the contour line. Contour line can be set. Or I can turn it on. I may make combinations. Or what else? You can play around. Then this is the height elevations like this under our full edition and so on. Do you think it's very difficult for operating our ZeonEarth? It's simple. That's all it, nothing else. This is the 2D layout. This is a 3D layout. Once you got it on, then it's finished already. If you're not happy anything, just go back to our Catsroid, review it, and import it, rerun again. That's all. From the Catsroid being saved in the 3D, actually you can using any CAD software to support 3D like AutoCAD Full Edition or BricsCAD Pro. Over there, you can open it and view the file have been created. So from here, there's one handy part there. When you want to do a presentation to your client, you no need to carry the software and run in front of your client. From here, you can change the visual style in AutoCAD or whatever, and to shader. Then your whole model have been imported into a CAD software. So it becomes a handy, all your communication become the simple and easier. This is our CAD software in the 3D. You can see here, this is one of the complex models we have been carried on, generated by our ZeonEarth with the full 3D models. Or it can exportable into our CAD software, as I showed to you earlier on. Actually, we are the seller. If you're interested, you come to us also. Or it's a full 3D model. You can have many combination of view to present to your client. Do you think this will be more simple than you reading on the CAD drawing? Another complex model. You can see this is our flow map, this advanced editions, where you can identify how the water flow in your projects. Then cut and fill, color height, or another kind. Flow maps, or this is slope classifications. So this is our auto slope in our advanced editions. Besides, we have been tested for numerous projects. You can see many project view we've been tested on. So what we want to tell you that actually we've been done many testing. Then in a way, they give you a confidence how it looks, because it's a what you see, what you get. Or just need to model your CAD drawing by your point. At the same time, our ZeonEarth is not a road software, but somehow we still can simulate a road design. This is one example we test on, we try on to do it on and show it to you. You can see this is a full 3D model. We can walk through, we just snap the picture about the 3D model inside there. Then the advanced features, like just now I talked to you, the land advisor, you can do a talent analysis, all those things, or you can analyze your talent, flow map, slope classification, all those things. So you can see with this kind of thing, actually you can help your client to do a analysis for your land. If you want to buy a land, but actually how much time spent on this one? Actually it's less than 5 minutes. What you need to do for this case, because we don't have any proposed level, what you need to do, just need to draw a polyline for projects and identify your survey layer name in CAD only. So it takes you about 5 minutes to finish it. Is it simple? Then we do some benchmark. We tested on 700 acre projects, how much time we spent. We take about less than 3 hours to complete it. Furthermore, this is a full edition slope classification, just like I showed to you. It can classify for you the class 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, flow map, this is quite important. Our flow map can generate into 3D. You can see how the water flow in your projects. Then it's very helpful for you to do some stormwater work or ESCP projects. Then this 3D model furthermore can importable into AutoCAD, Revit, some other external software. It's not belong to us, like Textra, Structures also. One of our clients, they're using this one to simulate the path penetration length, but this is done by BricsCAD beam with the beam function over there. At the same time, beside the software, we have the comprehensive resource. We have tutorials, we have videos, we have tips and tricks. These tips and tricks, such as maybe your progress award. We'll show you how to do the progress award in our ZeonEarth. No doubt the software is not built for that one. At the same time, I have written a book, Essential of Award. You want to know a bit more how to design the awards and tips and whatever, you can buy from that one. It's sold separately. Or training course. If you want us to teach you, we can arrange a time. I can come over to show you and teach you about the theory, concept, and software. So this all thing is given. You got no worry about how to manage the works. Not like other software, they just show you the software only. Other than that one, they can't. They cannot teach you anything. Even the problem on the technical, they can't. So training is by demand. By request, we're gonna go for train you. Or on you stay tuned to our events. This really helps you. Or a 3D model, we can serve your deadline, explanation with the 3D, presentation with 3D, operating software simple, learning curve is there. So all solved for you. You no more worry. The people who bought our software, we give you discount solution for them, not purely on the software. Software doesn't help you to solve everything. Okay, finally, now do you believe you can go home early with our software? Because our software is simple. The simplicity makes a difference. Then stay tuned for those who attended this webinar. We'll offer you a freebie about a common problem in our design. This is written by me. There's about 11 problems. Then we also strongly believe a software built by engineer for engineers, not by sales engineer for engineers. Then this is our announcement. We will host a series of webinar in infra. Just want to your feedback. I feel that need to have to go for 1 hour. How about your flight? And finally, we thank again to our TG Group's company to offer this internet webinars for all of you. Remember, our ZeonEarth, a software can make you go home early. Thank you very much.